Okay, today I'd like to talk about two blood tests, and I've got them here, okay? H. pylori and Epstein-Barr virus. Now, I get very excited when I get these tests back and they're positive, and I'll tell you why. It's because people that suffer from chronic fatigue, unexplained weight gain, skin rashes, acne, their hair's falling out, pain, joint pain, back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, indigestion, constipation, bloating, and the traditional model will give them medication, so immunosuppressants and proton pump inhibitors and anti-inflammatories. It's a short-term solution and it doesn't address what's going on underneath. Okay, what's going on underneath? The world's full of bacteria, organisms, viruses. We know that. We are also full of that. And as soon as your neighborhood inside is overrun by the bad guys, you got a problem. They're always going to be there, but you got to keep the good guys on top. Okay? And in this case today, the neighborhood is overrun by the gang, H. pylori, and the other rival gang, Epstein-Barr. So I want to show you. So you can see there at the top, Helicobacter. They've done an IgA. So what's that? 9.5. Okay, should be below 9. But look at the IgG over here. It's 18.4. It should be below 9. She's got H. pylori. Positive, positive. Now look down here, Epstein-Barr. Okay, Epstein-Barr IgG is 501. Good God! Should be what? 6. Epstein-Barr virus. Okay, so I'm excited. I can now show this client and say, listen, I know why you've had years of everything that I mentioned before, okay? And I know what to do about it. H. pylori lives in your stomach. It does not like an acidic environment. This is one of the worst things that it does. It doesn't like an acidic environment. It actually increases the pH, meaning the alkalinity of your stomach environment, which should be about 2. Takes it all the way up, okay? So it becomes alkaline. You can be a person that suffers from, anemia, low B12. So they'll give you B12, they'll give you iron, okay? That's not the root cause of the problem. It's the H. pylori that's inhibiting your ability, your stomach acid's ability to actually break down your amino acids and absorb the proteins, okay? So I love this. This sorts out all sorts of issues, alrighty? And of course, how do you treat H. pylori? Okay, first thing you do, you change your lifestyle. It's the hardest, okay? You go on a hypoallergenic diet. No grains, no dairy, no sugar, okay? You drink clean water, herbal teas, lots of greens, lots of bone broths, lots of soups, lots of good, clean, organic meats and oily fish, fatty fish, okay? And then, of course, you can start addressing it with botanicals like mastic gum and aged garlic and oregano oil. The list of botanicals is long. They've got no side effects, and it's a long battle. It takes a couple of months, okay? But they will break down. It's a 2-cell wall, H. pylori. They will break down this double-cell wall, okay? You can also take an antibiotic, and I'm not against it, but as long as you're supporting your environment at the same time, eating clean and increasing your gut bacteria with things like lactobacillus and acidophilus, okay, from kefir, homemade yogurt, cabbage juice, alrighty? You support yourself and you bring in the big guns at the same time. You will get rid of the H. pylori. And of course, increase your stomach acid. Take betaine and HCl, alrighty? Apple cider vinegar. Number 2, she's got Epstein-Barr virus, chronic, okay? And Epstein-Barr, you can't take medication for it. It is an indicator of how you live your life, okay? Because Epstein-Barr will rear its head when stress levels are so high, okay, that your immune system gets beaten down. And then Epstein-Barr will make you tired and painful, and you'll get swollen lymph nodes and sore throats and suffer from flus and anything that comes around into the neighborhood, okay? So how do you deal with Epstein-Barr? Get rid of other things like Candida and H. pylori. Sleep, yeah? Get to sleep. Stop fiddling around on your phone at 11 o'clock at night, okay? Eat a hypoallergenic diet. Exercise a little bit. Don't stress yourself out too much, okay? And the Epstien barr markers will come down, alrighty? So it's not complicated. This is lifestyle, all right? The botanicals are also not complicated. You can go onto Google and have a look and see what to do, or go and see a good naturopath or homeopath or nutritionalist, okay? But this is power. Now you know what to do. The last thing I want to show you, which I found quite interesting in this case, is the hemoglobin A1C, okay? And the hemoglobin A1C was 5.9. Here we go. So, hemoglobin A1C, 5.9, okay, should be 6. So, and just remember, functional docs want you below 5.5, 5.9, high blood sugar. Okay, so this person needs to address their lifestyle, what they're eating, get the sugar down, because we know that sugar can feed everything we just spoke about, Candida and H. pylori and Epstein barr, okay? So you can go back into all the other blood tests I've mentioned and start to correlate, okay? High hemoglobin A1C, high liver GGT, high homocysteine, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. H. pylori, Candida, which I'll talk about later, and Epstein barr. Test it, okay? And when you get the results back, and I guarantee a lot of your clients will have raised levels, they will be positive. You know how to deal with it now. And it's like, oh my God, now I know what the problem is. Yeah, and that's part of the healing, knowing, and then having a plan of action, which is simple, and it'll make you into a stronger, better, energetic person that's free to live a beautiful life. Okay, guys, thanks for watching.